So the way I sort of frame the history of women's rights in the rights of women is through the lens of sexual asymmetry, which is the basic biological fact that men and women are different with regard to reproduction, but also in other ways, hormonally, in ways that affects them in terms of their strength, in terms of longevity of fertility, in terms of early caregiving because of things like nursing, in terms of sexual desires, all those sorts of different things. And the question for the women's rights advocates early on in, for Wollstonecraft herself, who's sort of like a proto-feminist, but then also for the first wave feminism in the United States, which I refer to as the early women's rights advocates, is that they were responding to this sexual asymmetry first by respecting it, and then by thinking about what was required morally of themselves and of the men in their lives, and then sort of what would help socially to respond to sexual asymmetry. And so what does that mean? Well, with regard to things like, greater sort of libido in men, which we know is due to testosterone, but then greater impact of pregnancy, obviously, on women, there was a call among the early women's rights advocates for male chastity, and they talked about voluntary motherhood.